Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today with Stamping with Loretta. I've decided to start redoing a few of the video tutorials that I shot over the last few years, and today we are going to do three-dimensional butterflies made out of transparency films. And for this project you're going to need a piece of transparency film. I'm not sure if you can even see that, but that's the film. And this one is from Hewlett-Packard. I've had it for years. I'm sure you can find them at your local office supply store. I know some schools still use them, that kind of thing. You're going to need some stamps. These are butterfly stamps by Sweet and Sassy Stamps. So we're going to be using these. We're going to be using a Versamark pad. And we're going to use some embossing powder, of course. This is just black embossing powder that I've had forever. I probably had this six or 7 years, maybe even more. And as you can see, I just keep it in a Ziploc kind of container, and it works great. You can do these solid color, or you can also do these with multiple different colors, I should say, of embossing powder. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to put our stamp on our pad, and we're going to ink it up. Now I will tell you this, guys, this pad is well loved. Just from going from ink to ink, as you can see, after a while it looks like this. So this one is very inky. I just re-inked it. And you're going to use nice even pressure, straight down and straight up. The kind of nice thing about this particular pad being dirty is that you can kind of see the image on the material itself. For every 3D butterfly you need 2 stamped butterflies. So I am going to stamp 4 so that if something should go wrong when I'm cutting or embossing, then I'm set to go. I have a coffee filter just off screen here, and I am going to pour the embossing powder right on top of these images. To prepare the surface of this transparency film, I did use a embossing buddy to do that process, and that works very well. As you can see, I got a little bit of the powder on my work surface. I'm just going to use my baby wipe and just shovel that right back into my container, which is right off at the bottom of the screen there. And just dispose of that. Okay, now we are going to heat set these. If you notice that there are a few spots that didn't get, like that one right there, and, any powder, just sprinkle some powder back over the top and flick it off. Be very careful when you're using your heat gun. You want to kind of work in small sections at any given time. The black fingerprints and things that you see on there, you will not see once it's heat embossed. It does not take very long at all for this embossing powder to start melting. The key is to keep moving, as you can see. Okay, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to look at it at a couple different angles, and it looks good. Now, to prepare ahead, I've already stamped a few of these butterflies and emboss them, as you can see. And so we are going to cut these out. We are going to fussy cut them. And in order to fussy cut any image, you need to move your the image or your material and not your scissors quite as much. That way you can stay nice and close to the image without cracking the embossing powder, and you'll get a really nice finished product. As you come up right here where these two wings come together, we're going to simply go in between these two wings so that when we put these together, or when we're ready to put these together, we can curl the wings up slightly. Now on this one, since this is going to be the top set of wings, I'm going to cut the head off of this butterfly. And as you can see, I am moving the material, not my scissors quite as much. If you make a mistake while cutting this, you're probably not even going to notice it, so don't sweat it. Okay, there's that one. Now let's do the one that's going to be on the bottom. And since we've already fussy cut that one, it's the same thing. You're going to fussy cut the one that's going to go on the bottom. You're going to leave his head and antenna on, just like that. And now, if you want to color your image, you're going to color it on the opposite side of the embossing powder, so you're going to just turn those upside down. This is very squeaky. And you're just going to scribble color. Since this is a non-porous surface when you're working with a Copic marker, it dries pretty much instantly. You can color these different colors. You can color them with more detail if you'd like, whatever honestly makes you happy. It works. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn these back around so that they're oriented the right direction. Okay, now we're going to take a little bit of our E6000 glue. This one's kind of a little bit of a mess. I just opened this. And we're going to put a little dab right there. And actually I just put it on the wrong side. That is okay. It's not going to matter. We're just going to use a baby wipe and wipe that off. It'll be fine. We're going to turn it back to where the embossing powder is facing upwards. Now I'm going to put that glue right there on his body. We're going to seal up this tube, and we are going to just wait for just a little bit, just a few seconds is all you really need. And while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and close up my embossing powder and get that out of the way, put it and get it ready to be put up. So this is set for just a few seconds, maybe a minute. And just blow on it a little bit. All this is doing is helping this glue to start drying. I'm trying to pick off some of the little spider webs off of this image because even though it's E6000, it does sometimes leave that. Now, if you want this to be where you can use it a little bit more quickly, then you can definitely hold things together by using a hot glue gun. And we're just going to put a little dab of glue on one side of what we just did with that bead of E6000. I actually keep my glue gun pretty much plugged in at all times. Now this is the set of wings that's going to go on the top. And this is the embossed side, so we're just going to take these and crease them up towards the middle, just like that, so that now they look like this. Now we're going to bring this one back into our view, get rid of that little spider web, put these two together, and put your finger right there in the middle, and just hold it for a second or two, maybe a minute or two if you want. Actually, the longer you hold it, the better this will set up. It actually doesn't take long at all, as you can see. Now we're going to manipulate these wings a little bit. If it comes apart, it's no big deal. Just make sure it stays lined up right there in the middle. These make fantastic embellishments on the tops of cards. They make great pins for the spring, and as you can see, it looks like it's floating. Now this one is not dry yet, so I actually have some of these adjustable clamps like they use in the medical profession. I actually bought some off of eBay. These are nice big long ones. So I'm going to clamp it into place and I'm going to set it aside to let it dry. I hope you will give this type of project a try. These can be very realistic. Again, these stamps are from Sweet and Sassy Stamps. I used a Versamark pad, black embossing enamel, scissors, and a transparency film to create this butterfly. Have a great day, folks. Stamp happy, be a blessing, and be kind to one another. Take care, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks for joining me. Goodbye.